Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. Happy Valentine's Day. How is everyone doing today? Hey, Daniel. So this dollar index double. Do we need to, if you want to try to front run it, I would wait for a confirmed daily close. So if it didn't close below there on the daily, I would, if you got in early, not hold a position. We are very volatile. Everything's trading off of, it's mostly trading off of Trump right now. And I don't think, I agree. Let's say, good morning, first of all. People in the markets is calling a bluff on Trump's tariffs. I completely agree at this point, based off of reciprocal tariff announcement yesterday, and then we're not going to do anything till April 1st, and we're going to study it, and then announcing the Canada, Mexico prior, and then delaying it a month. It's like, okay, you're you're announcing stuff, you're doing it, and then you're immediately putting it on pause. So are you really going to follow through with any of this? So I agree. The market is starting to call Trump's bluff. Good morning, Sterling. Thank you for putting in the earnings. Coinbase was a huge beat. And there's Patrick. And yes, we have President's Day on Monday. I will not be doing a live stream on Monday. We have President's Day on Monday. I'm taking at least the live stream off unless something major happens Sunday night. So if you don't see anything pop up early on YouTube, it means no live stream. I'll probably tweet out, though, or X out, whatever is going on. Good morning, Jacob. Let me move this to the other screen there. We got so many screens. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, John. Good morning, Martinez. DraftKings was a big miss. Good morning, McRangers. Good morning, Royal Palms. Roku beat. Happy Valentine's Day, Richard. Coco says Elon destroyed Twitter. It's no longer Twitter, it's X. So Elon destroyed Twitter and renamed it X, and Trump will destroy America. We will see what happens. No, it's going back. Like they want to see. Also, it counts minorly, but they want to go see other people who did not watch a live comment on it. Good morning, Anissa. Thank you. I saw your comments. No, you need to do comments after the fact. That's what really helps. Good morning, Andrea. Good morning, Heinrich. We had Moderna. Yay, misbeat. Oh boy, after their big vaccine thing, now they're not making any money anymore when the government's not guaranteeing it. Good morning, David. Hey, Bull Strike Cheetah. All right. Hey, everybody in the background. We got a lot of viewers in the background too. Again, hit that like button, smash that like button. But more importantly, I know. Oh, I just had a brain fart. I know Royal Palms came back yesterday and left some comments on prior videos. If you have a couple minutes and you feel like supporting the channel, that's pretty important. Now it gets the reach out there. Big news this morning though: retail sales. Consensus was for a 0.1% drop, actual 0.9% drop. Consumer is maxed out. They went a little nuts in December, racking up record credit card debt, and now it's coming home to roost. Retail sales, remember, this isn't inflation adjusted, so that's actually worse because we're still running inflation, so that's actually worse than even that number. Export prices 1.3% versus consensus of 0.3. Import prices, that was the only good print, only higher than prior but less than consensus. Then we have the retail sales control group, still a huge drop there. You have retail sales ex autos and gas at minus 0.5%. So retail sales pretty much missing across the board. Year over year, coming in 4.2, but again, we'll expect this to keep dropping in the future. We have industrial production coming up and business inventories, but not a lot that's going to really be market moving. And we have Logan closing out the day speaking. Monday, remember, the stocks are closed, futures are limited trading, but we got Harker, Bowman, and Waller speaking on Monday. So let's see where we look this morning with the heat map, with a refreshing real quick. Tesla, we had a nice little bounce yesterday, triggering a minor percent beat buy, but into that rotation zone. I'm still watching for rotation rolls. We do have a little minor potential double top in NVIDIA, but it just regained key support. We'll take a look at that if we have time. Grand Rising, Christoph, to you. Yeah, everybody give a shout out to David Atkins. Thanks for tuning in. There's a little backstory on David. What else do we have going on? So the mega caps are mostly down except for Tesla and NVIDIA. Applied Material. Has anybody been looking at Intel? Intel's just like it's turning into a meme company. It's going to the moon. Everything's getting rushed into then abandoned. Consumer cyclical leading. The only thing negative are technology and comm services, but minorly negative. Fed watch. Now the cut is coming in again. Remember, it got pushed out. Now it's back to July. Back to September. Back to September. So markets are getting a little more dovish on the cut, based off. I think now it's the Trump constantly delaying the tariffs. In neutral mode. With yesterday and still exceedingly expensive markets, 38.54. Sterling, thank you to you going through the earnings today. And again, yesterday afternoon we had Coinbase and Applied Materials were the biggies there. But Coinbase, I mean, none of those are market moving. Interesting enough, I just want to focus on the 10-year right now. Here's the futures. Coming back to possibly kiss the trend line goodbye, but we'll have to see. We will have to see, because if this comes back down, not today, but starts breaking key support, then it will get very interesting. I think the market's mispricing this, but it doesn't matter what I think. There's your yields coming down. Here's the futures. Sorry, I misspoke. There's the futures going up to kiss trend line goodbye. But again, coming into significant resistance, that's what I want to see where this closes the day. Not where it runs pre-market, but closes the day. Also based off of retail sales coming in so low, could be pricing in more of, hey, consumers really, really tapped out, and this could be recessionary. So, S&P, big day yesterday, finally breaking out. I talked yesterday about watch what would happen. You know, we start getting above these key levels and getting above that 606.50, coming back, grabbing the rotation zone, and then just grinding higher, pulling back a little this morning. But where do we sit overall? We could be seeing now a pause day. We're in very significant resistance. So we've tapped away that 87.5 harmonic. And this is the topping area from December, the topping area from end of January, the little spike area from the last day of January, and now we've returned to there. So the key level that I'm looking at this point on any continued rally, there is a significant level right around 61.50 to 61.55. Key support at this point comes in at 6100 to 6105. That is very, very key support. You got the rising rotation zone. It was a prior very key resistance area, now becoming confirmed key support. So those are the levels I'm looking at, and if I have to err on the side today, I'm going to be erring on the side of a potentially choppier day after yesterday's rally. In terms of the NASDAQ, good morning. Hold on. I got to say good morning to Ted. I got to say good morning to Charles. What else? NASDAQ again, closing yesterday. This was interesting. This was interesting yesterday because look at this key close. This was the highest close relative to the downdraft at December 18th. So this actually closed above the January 23rd high area and broke out of key resistance and has now tested the support level we had up there yesterday, 22.050. So that's first level key support. The major support is coming back in at 21.870 to about 21.9. 21.870, 21.9. I'm giving the NASDAQ a little more leeway if it does pull back to find a support area down there. But going into the open, it's about 22,050. On a push higher, there isn't much stopping point. That's where I have to continue to use these harmonic levels. 22.2 and then 22.270 roughly are the two levels on any push higher. I'm going to err on the side of a choppier day unless it can show me something really powering into the open and getting above 22. First of all, it has to break 22,115, and then there's major key area right around this 22,150 that's got to plow through to before I can get overly bullish with a follow through. The Dow, we're getting nearly back to triple top territory, but still technically a double top. If we want to know, we're going to measure this out. Make sure. See, it has not, if it gets above this 44,912, it gets into triple top territory again. So that is the key level that you should be watching for, and then that potential doubles off the table, and this would be turning into a sideways correction. And remember, even though it gapped down below here, it has not closed below the rotation zone. It has not managed to close below the rotation zone. So on a closing basis, if we roll over, I'm watching roughly about 44,450. 44,450. Key resistance is still up at this 45,100 area. The Russell, little bounce back yesterday. We still have not invalidated a double, but we're nowhere near triggering it. Trading against very key resistance is 2,300 right now. So VIX back to the low 15s. So again, no fear in the market. The DAX closing just above the harmonic yesterday and trading right there now. So I'm waiting for a stronger pausing bar to get some more good levels here. I want to see if yesterday turns into a pausing bar. Remember, it doesn't necessarily have to be red today. If we don't exceed yesterday's high, it turns into a pausing bar. We already looked at the notes. Powering up again. I'm waiting to see where we close both the yields and the futures. Dollar index, what Daniel asked about. So, can you wait for a 4-hour? We've already got it triggered on the 4-hour. We've got it confirmed on the daily. Personally, I would be looking for to see how this closes on the daily, because there'll be opportunities where unless the dollar just falls out of bed, which means I don't ever mind, you don't mind missing a trade. But if it falls out of bed, then it would be over. But there's going to be some bounce plays in this for rollovers to get better reward to risk. So I want to make sure this actually is confirmed, but actually triggers at this point. That's my take on it. Crude has a potential double bottom against, again, we formed it against the 50% harmonic. Nowhere near triggering, but that's what I'm going in next week. So the breakdown play for me is 70.50. If we start breaking down there, then the target for me is closer to 68.30 with an intermediate level of 69.50. The breakout play, the upside, is triggering the double bottom. Other than that, it's sit on hands. Natty gas, by the way, after coming back down, barely missing the second target, is now over. Gold, little pausing here, pulling back, but we do have a potential double top. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on, again, from a trailing basis. And we do definitely have a pausing area. So you're next against the key harmonic. You see the red line right here. The minor levels and the invalidation point for the potential double is if it trades above 29.89. Other than that, the next major level is 30.15. The only thing that puts a kibosh on that is if we do trigger the double top. Silver, finally getting a move on, breaking above very major resistance at the 62.5. Look at this, we spiked above it there. Spike, 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 and finally blowing through it there. So I'm really watching for this. Key support is now back at that 62.5. Okay, right around 33. But on any pullback, I'm still watching for us to tap off that 34.70 level is key for me. Copper, no more potential double top in here. Trading back at minor support right here. And your major support is now coming in closer to 464. So going to be watch on any pullback to see if this holds up, because we've tapped off the 62.5 level. Now, what'll really shift it if we close above 483. It'll shift it to more of a bullish mode. I'm actually surprised with the strength of copper based off of other things. Things are really mixed now. Yen, kissing the trend line goodbye. going to be watching how we react back at 151.30 area, 151.20. We're going to be looking to retest the lows from back right around February 10th, but there's no fantastic setup just yet from my perspective. Bitcoin still caught in the range. Nothing has changed since yesterday. Spiders, yes, slight gap up today, but key support, I'm really going to be focusing at this 609.75 or up above there. If that were to break, the next level of major support is about 607.50. Targets to the upside, still 613.29, 617.50. Nothing's changed with those. The Qs finally breaking out of that 87.5 level, breaking above key resistance. So, slight gap up this morning. I'll be watching on any pullback yesterday's close and major support coming in about 533. The next level is the approaching the highs, 539, and that 539.15 to 539.63. And then if we break out above that, let me put the minor reverse harmonics on. 543.85 and 548.54. Tesla, little percent beat buy on the breakup of the high yesterday into the rotation zone. Now, could it run a little more to the upside? Yeah, we saw daily cycles going up, but major resistance, we have the rotation zone in the way and prior support becoming resistance. So what? Don't. So that's what I'm paying attention to now. It'll be interesting, though, next week to pay attention to this week's high because it's a weekly percent beat buy, but it's slamming into key resistance. Now, NVIDIA regaining support level, but there is a potential double top. Would not, based off the way this market is behaving, would not be looking to short NVIDIA unless we trigger this double top and the market rolls. So there you go. There's a little minor double top there. Okay. What else? What else? Dollar falls out of bed, markets rally. You still got so much buying. You actually have the hedge funds piling now. I think the market wants to make another new. This is just my thought process. It wants to take out the highs from December, and then we could be setting up for another. We've got waning momentum, remember, back since July on every push higher. So I really think this wants to tap out another high, just my thought process, and then we'll see what happens. All right, that's where I sit. I've got to jump a little early today. I hope everyone has a wonderful trading day. Remember, it is a Friday. So don't do anything silly going in the weekend. Remember, Monday is President's Day. Stocks are closed. Futures are limited trading. And I will let you know if I'm going to do a live stream on Monday. Probably not. Probably like 90% not, unless something major happens this weekend. So I'll talk to everyone on Tuesday. Again, a wonderful weekend. Happy trading. Bye for now.